Hey everybody. I want to tell you other dream I had last night. Okay, it's about the timing of Jesus' soon return. Like, okay, I was traveling in like an airplane station or like a train station where I need to get to my last destination, last gate to get to my flight or my trip to go. And so, with the time I had, and the gate was so far out of reach, like it's going to take me like forever to get there and I don't have much time to get to my last gate. And I was like, "Oh, I'm just going to go up front and see what I can talk with the people that, counseling all that flight and whatever, the attendant or whatever." I was telling the attendant, I'm like, "Oh, I'm not going to make it. Is there anything that you can help me with? Because you see my flight's not that much, and I mean the time is not that much, and the flight, I mean the my last gate, I'm not gonna reach the last gate. Is there any way that you can like, delay the flight or what's going on?" And so the flight should have should have flew already. Okay, it should have flied already, but there, because there was so many people that was not ready. Okay, so the flight ended up being delayed. Okay, in 2012, I thought that was it. I really thought that was it. God was trying to warn me to bring me back home. What he explained was 2012 was last year, and 12 o'clock is the last hour, and 12 month is the last month, so it's 12, 12, 12. And he was trying to tell me that something's going down that month, something is, I'm running out of time basically. And funny thing is, yesterday, my uncle, he had an alarm. He never set up his alarm. He never, and it just started ringing around 12 o'clock. I'm like, that's definitely Jesus. Jesus telling you time is it. The time is running out. The alarm clock has been, shaken. Like the alarm has been waking us up like this. To let us know it's like right there. So I thought that was interesting because he never set up his clock and it just ring yesterday, like the alarm clock at 12, and I'm like, I knew it because and so you know if I didn't talk to that guy to give me more time, and if I just gave up, I'm like, screw it, I would have lost my ticket, lost my opportunity to fly home. Usually home in my dream is me in heaven, a kingdom of heaven. So I need to fly home or wherever I need to fly to. And so I was traveling, and then I don't know why I was, after I talked to him, I was continuing to travel. I was traveling, try still get to my last destination, you know what I mean? And my mom was following behind me, and I wasn't worried about her. I mean, I was, but then not more like to myself, but then and then I was seeing myself going through stations, like a train station, to get to my last gate. And I was looking up a dream interpretation, about in the Bible. It says train is it says here is like it's a long I'll see what the train here, what it says about train. Okay. And the train station, it says, to dream of station present a beginning or end point of a long journey in your life, a transitional moment in your life where you are either preparing to start something that will take a long time, or you are finished something that have taken a long time. So that would basically be your life, you know what I mean? Like, your life is taking you, you're starting a long life, and now the long life has end, because Jesus coming back, and everything is about to go down. So and then after the last place, I was like, I'm like, the airplane or the train driver, he was like, our flight was delayed for you, it was delayed for me and the remaining people that wasn't like ready, I mean, like, so I mean, God have delayed this flight for me and for the last glimpse of people that hasn't been on the train, or the people of God, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, I felt really lucky that I made it, like I just made it to I made it to the last gate. And so all of a sudden it became like an airplane place, and I just got there just like that. And the flight got delayed for me, and then my mom was following behind me, and I'm like, my mom's still behind me. So the minute I say that, the man stopped at the door like this, and I think the door opened. So my mom just barely made it. I don't know. I didn't even see go in the door. But if the man, happened to knock the door and open it out, more likely she gonna come through. So she was like barely making it. Like, so, and what the interpretation of airplane here it is: to dream of airplane present a tra- a trajectory or a momentum of plan, idea, or project that you are wish to get off the ground. So I mean that maybe the rapture, because when you fly, you're getting off the ground, and that's the rapture happening. You're going back home. That's the rapture, whatever. Possibly, airplanes are a reflection of successful experience that you are progressing. Everything comes together to ensure the desired control outcome. Okay, so that's what the Bible interpretation says about airplanes. So and it does make sense because you know God was trying to tell me that the time he till I've been telling people, I've been warning people 2012 is it, God is coming, and people was like preparing, but they're just preparing for the moment, you know what I mean? It's a lifetime preparing. Prepare yourself, even if Jesus come or not. God is testing those people right now if they're really gonna change, or they're just gonna wait till the last moment and the next minute it didn't happen and they're going back to their own ways. That God want to see those people. He want to see, and God want to see those people. Like I've been telling people everywhere, like in 2012, that's it, Jesus coming back. And then it didn't happen. They're like, oh, that girl is crazy, and it's not gonna happen. So they're just gonna go back to their own way. God is seeing their mind. God is testing them. See how serious they are about in heeding this last minute of warning. Or like for me, even though it didn't happen, but I'm still sticking close because I know it's close. You know what I mean? But those other people, they're like, oh, it's not gonna happen. Screw it. I don't, whatever. And I was telling them that the reason why it did not happen because God was delaying the flight for the remaining people. But the thing is, people don't see it that way. People don't acknowledge God is giving you guys more time. Hello, wake up. You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, she's crazy. She don't know what she's talking about. But here I'm telling a lot of people having Dream Online say that they visit God and God was turning back the clock 1 hour to give the people more time. But in my flight, the flight got delayed for me and the remaining people to get on the flight. You know what I mean? And giving the remaining people the last chance and a last opportunity. Just to gather the last whatever. But they don't see that. They see, oh, it's not gonna happen. Let's go back to our own ways. And that's not good. God sees that. God sees how serious you are about that situation. And I was like, I found my seat. I was ready to go. I was ready to be raptured out. I am still ready to rapture out. I'm like, Lord, I'm ready. I found my seat, and and so I was ready to fly and stuff. So but my mom, she was like barely making it. So you guys please pray for my mom, because I'm telling her stuff, and she's kind of, I think she's probably the only one who would understand me most. That's why I only saw her following me, and I didn't see anybody else in my family follow me. So the door was closing like this. I was probably the last person through that door, or maybe my mom. That's it. I was like practically the last one through that door before everything was sealed, done, good to go. Rapture's here, like I was like the last people. I was the remaining last people to get on this flight, and my mom like was barely making it. She was like one of those, oh my goodness, like barely, like I was walking there like in the last moment, and she was like barely, what I mean? So I was like, whoo, I made it to my flight. I did not think I would made it, but I actually made it. I got a seat. I found my seat. I'm ready to go. So I'm just letting you know that I saw the door was closing after me. Okay, so I'm just letting you guys know, once the door is closed, and then they're gonna do their speech, and the plane is gonna fly, and that's the rapture, y'all. Okay, when the plane start flying, that is the rapture. When we are just, so I'm just letting you know, Jesus come real close. Always stay. Keep your eye on Jesus Christ, because we cannot afford. I cannot afford to screw up in the last minute on my long journeys to get here. So you guys, please keep your eyes on Lord Jesus. Amen.